everyone. Today I want to do a deep dive into a topic that's been buzzing all over the internet: aliens, and more specifically, the recent uptick in reports of UFOs and mysterious drones. If you've been paying attention to social media, news outlets, and underground forums, you might have noticed a strange pattern of these sightings. And as a spiritual slash occult channel, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to discuss the subject. So let's strap in, open up our minds, and explore what's really going on. So let's talk about this suspicious timeline. Now, I first wanted to talk about this topic back in November, right after the US election. My spidey sense immediately started tingling, and for good reason. Just a few days after Trump's so-called victory, a live Senate hearing, you can find clips on YouTube if you dig deep enough, started dropping bombshells about the existence of alien spacecrafts. So think about that timing. Just after a highly controversial election that had people's focus glued onto politics and questioning leadership, suddenly we're told to look up at the sky. The second red flag was during the Luigi Mangione manhunt and the unexpected death of the United Healthcare CEO. Not long after that incident, reports started flooding in of drones hovering near military bases. Sound familiar? It felt like a textbook distraction again. Just when people were starting to voice their displeasure with how things were going on in society, boom, here comes the mysterious UFOs. It's almost as if they want our eyes on the skies instead of what's unfolding on the ground right under our noses. Now, I know what some of you might be saying, but why are the drones near military bases, Mercy? Why doesn't the government just shoot them down if there are threats? Well, here's my simple answer to that question. They're lying. These drones are government property, which explains why they're near the bases in the first place and why no immediate action is taken. It's their property. It's all smoke and mirrors, destined to keep us distracted and docile. This whole thing, this entire situation is reeking of the Project Bluebeam conspiracy. What is Project Bluebeam, you ask? Well, it was a theory introduced by the late journalist Serge Monast, a journalist in Quebec, Canada. According to Monast, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, this plot involves staging a global alien invasion using NASA's advanced holographic technology. 2. Faking divine revelations to replace traditional Abrahamic religions with a New Age belief system. And 3. Uniting humanity under a totalitarian world government through fear and manipulation. Now, I don't usually give every conspiracy theory the time of day, but Project Bluebeam has a strange, very strange ring of truth to it, especially when you look at the past few weeks of heightened UFO disclosures and alleged sightings. I want to also share a dream, a vision, a premonition, if you will, that I had a couple of weeks ago. Not too long ago, I had a premonition, a very vivid dream about a so-called alien invasion. But within that dream, these so-called aliens were nothing more than humans, specifically white Caucasian individuals dressed in alien costumes to cause chaos and fear. In my dream, I unmasked one of these so-called aliens during a scuffle, and beneath the costume was a human face. You know, kind of like how the Scooby-Doo crew unmask its villains to reveal some evil billionaire. Sound familiar? I believe so. Dreams often carry spiritual warnings, and this one felt like a wake-up call to me to see through the clear illusion being cast on the world. Now, let me get into some occult insights about aliens that most people don't know. Information given to me courtesy of my trusted friend, the Dark Oracle Sage. because we were talking about the topic of aliens weeks ago. What we've learned about about aliens in general is that they actually do not use spaceships. I know that may sound shocking, but their method of travel isn't what Hollywood or the media has led us to believe. Instead, they traverse the galaxy using interdimensional portals created through psychokinesis, manipulating energy and dimensions with their minds. A very chilling example of this phenomena is the Bayside Mall incident in Florida back in 2023. It was where multiple eyewitnesses reported seeing tall, shadow like figures stepping out of a portal that appeared in the middle of a mall. Witnesses claimed the police arrived quickly and confiscated all their cell phones to look at any evidence, or worse yet, to erase any evidence. Think about that for a moment. Why suppress the truth? What are they hiding? And ask yourself this. Now, for all of you who are still skeptical about the claim that aliens don't use spaceships, let me ask you this. If aliens truly possess technology so advanced that they could traverse galaxies with ease, survive foreign ecosystems effortlessly, and have allegedly been in contact with humanity for decades, why hasn't humanity evolved? Where's the leap in technology, spirituality, or physical advancement? That should, come from interacting with a so-called higher, more advanced civilization. Why do we still face wars, still face poverty and environmental destruction? Why do we still face corrupt leadership and governments if we've been receiving such guidance from these quote unquote benevolent beings from outer space, as the New Age love and light spiritualists would talk about? Well, the truth is, the government has been lying for decades. First claiming aliens didn't exist, see NASA's 2023 report and the Pentagon's March 2024 findings, and now all of a sudden, when it's convenient to enact control or push an agenda like Project Bluebeam, aliens exist again. Well, closing thoughts. My closing thoughts is to just say, don't be fooled. I urge all of you watching to stay vigilant and question everything. These UFO reports may seem exciting, but don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Distraction is one of the oldest tricks in the book, and right now it's being played on a massive scale. If you want to explore more about the strange correlation between UFO sightings and geopolitical events, I highly recommend checking out the World Astrology Report channel. Their insights are truly eye-opening. So thank you all for joining me today, and I hope this video has given you a fresh perspective on the UFO phenomena and the possibility of larger forces at play. Remember to keep your mind sharp, trust your instincts, and always look beyond the surface. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, and stay in your power. Ave, and blessings to you all.